Morning, and welcome back out. We're out on the sib again today, out of Seaham like last time. Keep fingers crossed there's going to be some stuff about. Oh, that was a little knock. Things haven't got off to a good start. The fault that I had on the engine, which has been fixed already, has came back. So every time I try to start it, it won't pull. So I'm having to lift the cowl off, lift the broken latch up, start it and put the cowl back on, which I'm pretty bloody peeved about, to say the least. It hasn't been reliable at all, that engine. I don't quite know what I'm going to do. But by the by, we'll press on, hope you have a good day. I think I'll try a bit of squid on the hook, guys. Hasn't fully defrosted yet. Oh man. I have to leave it out on the deck to defrost a bit. Be at the bottom too, eh? Water's still relatively clear, to be fair. Oh, there's a nice bank I'm going up now by the look of it. This is so annoying having to leave this engine on. To say I'm peeved is polite. My advice, anybody, don't buy a Suzuki. I've either been very unlucky or not very good. It's had countless problems since I got it. And there's a fish on. Might be a mackerel, this, might mind. If it is, it's a good start. I'll be happy. Once I get past those lobster pot dans, I will. Oh, it's not a little codlin. Oh, it's a whitey. I'll let the I'll turn the engine off, but for now I'm going to leave it running, because if I can't start it and I get stuck on pot dans, I'll be well scuppered. Off the blank. And we'll get a picture of that. Steady. Back you go, son. And he's away. It's not easy to try and keep on the ground with this drift. Let's have a look. Right on the edge of it. I'm going to follow the edge of it down, and then this engine's forced me hand. I'm going to go into a little mark further in on the edge of the slope, and I'm just going to try and put the anchor down, so I'm not messing on lifting that cowl every time I want to start. And it'll be going straight back to the dealer tomorrow. It's not bloody safe. Fish on. Come on. Well, at least I haven't blanked. What's this then? Would you believe it's a double shot of decent whiteys? I'm quite happy with that. Back you go, son. And if there's any codling down there, tell them to come and have a go at these Hawkeyes. They're a bit squid on. Tasty. So I've anchored up now. It's all holding. I'm not moving. I'm sitting in 45 foot of water. I've got a little zip slider. I'm going to put a breakaway on, breakout on, and a pennel rig with some crab and mussel. I'm going to sit back and try and relax and keep my fingers crossed. That wind's getting a bit chilly. I'll get my bait tray out there and then keep things nice and clean on my deck. These crabs came out of an old ice cream tub I used to store them in my bait freezer from 2014. Like what? But they've been frozen. Let's just hope they retain some of the old fish catching scent. And these mussels are probably around about the same time. Smell good enough. Right, where am I? I suppose for October it isn't bad. I've had 3 whitey so far. Where's my bait elastic going? That's it. It's the first time I've anchored in my sib. I'd like to try and do something new if I can. I know some people tend to cast out a bit, but I'm not keen on casting this with the spikes of the breakaway in the sib, so I'm just going to let it drop down, let a big bove line come out. Hopefully this breakaway will get anchored in and just see how it goes from there. Let that slowly drop down the tide so the hook doesn't come up and get caught around the main line. And sort of pull away from the back of the boat a bit. And we're down, big bove line out I think. Right, now that should just bend over with the tide while I bait my second rig up. So the plan is, I'll just, while one rig's out, I'll bait another rig up, just like fishing the beach really. And when I retrieve in, I'll put the new rig on. I should constantly have a baited rig. There's my second rig, ready to go when this one comes up. I'd like to think hopefully with a fish on. Right, cloth. Thing is, sitting at anchor, you've got time to do things. I spend ages just messing around on my phone. Don't really have that luxury normally when you're drifting. Something lodged onto the arch, come off. Whatever that was has came off. Never mind. It's about an hour till low water. There's still nothing decent. Must be well picked at that. I think as we're approaching the bottom of the tide, I think I'll bait them up, and I'm going to head back over that bit of rough ground I was on earlier where I got the whiteys. Get the engine started and just leave it running. Let's put them Hawkeyes back on, I think. So this is what I'm having to do to get this engine started. Absolutely terrible for a new engine. Not ideal at all. I'll be going back tomorrow. I'm going to take the cowl off. This is the issue. This part here is not lifting up to let the pull cord work. So I'll try and step that there so I don't know if you can see that or not. I'm having to lift. Not ideal. Right, I've moved back to where I originally was. It's nearly the bottom of the tide, but the drift's still very fast. That wind's picking up from the southwest, which just pushes across the tide. So I'm going to try and get the drogue out and slow me drift down over this good bit of ground and keep my fingers crossed. And I'm going to leave the engine running. Settle itself down in the wind. Get this Hawkeye rig on again. Sorry about the noise, but I'm not to turn this engine off. Pretty much ruined me day, to be honest with you. Not for the first time either. What a day. What a day. But as I keep saying, at least I haven't blanked. Which is a good thing. Oh, fish on. Probably just another whitey if it hasn't came off. Another whitey. Again, they're saving the day for me. They're saving the day for me, these little fellas, aren't you? Go on, son, back you go. We'll see what it's like with no bait on. And now, can you believe it? It's all going pear-shaped today. My fish finder's playing up. Oh, man. Please give us a decent fish to make me feel better. All I'm getting is the depth. I can't get any bottom structure at all. Right, it's low tide. The only drift I've got now is from the westerly wind. So I'm going to go back to where I was anchored. I'm going to anchor up again and have a bite to eat. And while I'm anchored up, I'll turn the engine off and then I'll take the risk of having to start it again. Let's get this drogue in. I think the tide's slowly starting to turn. It's going to get even more snotty when it does because there's going to be wind against it. But I'm just going to stay anchored, use my bait up, and then when there's enough water on the slipway I'm heading in. So I took the remote mics off to charge the batteries because they're getting low. That's why the tide's starting to turn. And I got a mackerel, then lost one pretty much straight after that. So it's not all doom and gloom. Well, seeing as there's still a few mackerel around, I think I'll put those hook eyes over the side on a hand line and just let them bounce around, and I might get a few more bonus mackerel. You never know. You've got to be in it to win it. This time I fished hand line, I was in St Abbs in the kayak with Katie. I caught loads. Well, today has been particularly hard going. Quite a few problems along the way. Worst of all is that sodden engine again. Then the fish finder packed up. For some reason it's come back online, I don't know what's wrong with that. But I didn't blank, that's the main thing. 3 or 4 little whiteys and a mackerel, and a lost mackerel. So it's better than nothing. And it's better than working as well, I suppose. So I'm going to fish this last bait out and get myself a weigh in. I'll see you next time.